Hey y'all.
Hey.
Derek's
very curvy road.
Yeah. We're coming around a major curve. Sorry about that, babe.
That's all right.
You just look at the road. I'll do the camera looking. You do the road looking.
Sounds like a plan.
My cheeks are a little bit pink from this weekend. So we just got home yesterday from Homesteaders of America, and it was awesome. The conference was amazing, great, a lot of fun. We got to
very encouraging.
Very briefly meet Joel Salatin and get a picture with him. So that was like the highlight, because Derek and I, for like 8 years ago, the dream was born in us to do our own grass-fed beef operation, pastured everything, and the whole, basically, we want to have a poly face of our own. And we would lay in bed at night and search for YouTube videos of Joel Salatin and tours of his farm and watch that. And that he was like the huge inspiration to our dream. And so to actually get to sit through a seminar about having a farming business, which was really pertinent to what we want to do and what we're doing in the future. And then to meet him was like the icing on the cake. So
it really was
super cool. And just getting to meet people that I've known online for years, and people that I've followed online, and people that follow us. It was really cool. It was really fun. A great event. Just altogether
exhausting.
Altogether exhausting. It was exhausting. I'm losing my voice, and that's what happens when I get exhausted. I talk a lot while I'm at these conferences. But anyway, we just had a really good time. We do realize that we have been off YouTube for a good while, couple of months. There's not one reason. There was like no catastrophic event that made us stop making videos. It was just life was really busy and prioritizing things, and when you feel like you need to cut something out to make more time for other things, it was kind of one of those what's the most beneficial to our family at this very moment, and taking the time to make videos and edit them and publish them was just not it was the first thing that could be cut, basically, kind of while we were, like we said, since the hurricane. It's been just over a year. It was a year on the 10th. Since the hurricane, we've basically kind of been a little bit in survival mode, and we feel like we're getting grounded, or just now feel like we're getting there, but it's taken a long time and a lot to get there. And Derek's been working and building his business, and then we haven't had significant rain. We had a rainfall the other day, but we went like 9 weeks without rain, probably. The pastures are all brown. The grass in our county and our surrounding counties is all dried up and brown, and it's been like that. So we're already feeding hay, which is not super cool to be in this. Like, we've been feeding hay for a couple weeks. It's probably since the last week of September, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe it was.
So normally we wouldn't be feeding hay until like probably November-ish.
Yeah, the end of October.
The end of October too. So we're a month early on having to feed hay, but it's okay because God provides. God provided the hay. So since I'm trying to update you, I need to kind of jump back. I'm getting a little bit ahead of what's going on. We got the cows, and you all saw that. That's kind of where we left you hanging with the cows. We got 24 cows. One of them had passed away after we got them not real long. We believe she bloated. It's one of those things, you don't really know what happens. Sometimes livestock just die. The guy that owns cows, he was okay. I mean, he understands that. We will, it happens. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it. If you have livestock, and then the whole thing was he thought they were bred, but then when he brought them, he realized, he went to get them to bring him. He thought, well, only 5 or 6 of them look like they might be bred. So then he was going to bring a bull, and he really struggled with finding a Tarentaise bull, so he ended up bringing an Angus, which is fine. But the cows have started calving, and we have about a dozen. Was it a dozen or so?
I have a list of 14. 14
on a list of cows that are starting to look like they're getting udders and possibly bred.
I am not a cow expert.
We're not.
This is my first dealings with having
beef cows.
And
as far as cows go, our cow experience has been, we've had a couple of dairy cows. I wouldn't consider us dairy experts either, but we have had dairy cows. And then here and there we've had a steer that we raised for beef, but not a herd of cows who are bred and calving. This is new territory. So anyway, sorry.
Definitely.
Go ahead.
So anyway, you hit the nail on the head. That's just there are 14 on my list that I think are getting an udder. They're bagging up, and so, you know, that's
including the ones that have already calved.
including the ones that have already calved.
So
Yeah.
we had a week and a half ago, we had a heifer calf born. We were so happy, excited. The first calf, and then 3 days later, was it 3 or 4 days later, we had a bull calf.
Right.
And he's a very nice bull calf. So he's 100% Tarentaise. He will be kept as a bull, intact, and then at some point, we're not really sure, he'll either be traded because of genetics and bloodlines for another purebred Tarentaise, because it's really hard to find them. I love the heritage breed, love the Tarentaise, but the only thing you get into, and I'll warn you ahead of time, is when you do a heritage breed, you might come in that to the issue of not being able to find stock, not being able to find breeding stock,
Right.
a bull or a male or whatever species. So that being said, this bull calf is going to be great,
Kept intact. His bloodlines, the cows have a very good history of raising really big calves really quickly.
Yeah.
And I'm not a cow expert. He was born, and I thought, man, that is a really nice looking bull calf. He's very stocky. He looks stout. And when I text the picture to Mr. Mike, the guy that owns the cows, he asked me, which cow is that bull calf from? And he actually said if it's a number 14 cow, we might leave him intact, which I had already been thinking about talking to Mr. Mike about that. And so he was out of a 14 cow. So
because we have 14 is the mom, original mom, and then we have 1411, which is the mama of the bull.
Yep.
And then we have another 14.
And we have a 14 heifer. I don't think she's bred, but she's there.
She's there, okay.
But so we had a bull calf.
And then a few days later, was it a few days or the next day? I can't remember. It's all blending together.
Yeah.
We've had an insanely busy month, and so everything blends together.
I have the dates all
another
written down
heifer.
on the
Yeah, we have it
calendar.
right now. Another heifer calf
Yep.
was born. So we had 3 calves, and then today we had a cow in labor who has just looked absolutely miserable for the last few weeks. We were been just like, she's gonna have this baby at any moment, but it's like
For 2 weeks we've been
for
thinking
2 weeks
that.
we're like, I cannot believe she still hasn't had this baby. So she was in labor today, and she had a little heifer calf, and we were like, yay, we have a heifer calf. And then we ate lunch. We had some friends from Homesteaders of America conference, we met them at Appalachian Homesteading Conference, and then they were here, and so we invited them to stop. They were on their way back to Tennessee, and so they were over, and we came up, ate lunch with them, and then we were like, well, let's go check. And there was a second calf, and we had a little bull calf. So she had 2.
She had twins.
We couldn't believe it. She looked big enough to have twins, but I thought, well, she's an older cow, and just thought she was. But so we were really excited, and we have a couple more that have impending labor. If they're not in early stages, it's impending.
They could have calved while we've been gone.
Yeah.
Already,
So the actual fruition of our grass-fed beef operation of our very own is right here. I mean,
starting to hit our ground.
It's hitting the ground. I mean, the yield, actually getting the meat and all that out of it, it's going to be several years out still, but that's okay, because this is how
This is the beginning.
This is how you start. So we got these cows, and all that happened. It's a bumpy road. Rumble. And calves are hitting the ground, so hopefully we'll have. So we have 5 on the ground now.
Yep.
So hopefully we have a bunch more soon, within the next week or 2. And then we have the pigs. We actually had one of our pigs died. We're not sure, got sick and died, but the others were fine. So we tried to save it, and it's one of those things with pigs. They go downhill pretty quick once they get sick. And we did everything we could. Just it didn't make it, but wow, this person's gonna pull right out in front of us.
Because we're pulling a big trailer.
Because we're pulling a
we drive so
trailer. Anyway, we're driving up the side of a mountain, and that person pulled out in front of us while we're pulling trailer. That's all right. Anyway, so we have 4 pigs left, and the biggest one, that big black and white pig, is currently in the trailer on the way to the butcher. We're dropping it off it'll be half between 2 people. So we have legit customers that bought live pigs from us. They bought a live pig, and then we're delivering their live pig to the butcher for them.
Yeah.
They'll pay the processing fee, and then we'll pick it up and bring them their meat. So that's kind of exciting. We've
Very
done this
excited.
before. We've sold turkeys and we've sold pigs before, but it's been a really long time since we've been several years since we've done this. So we're like, oh, we're getting legit farm income. Here we go.
Yeah.
So, and then we have the 3 pigs of ours, so we need to get going. And we'll have to update you on our walk-in cooler. It is coming together and is this close to being done.
It needs to happen this week.
And it needs to happen this week. We still have a few meat birds on the ground. We got to butcher. We have our 3 turkeys. We got to butcher. So we'll give you a farm update, like walk around and show you what's going on there soon.
Talk about Clary.
Oh goodness, I am so sorry. We have been so awful. We haven't gotten videos out. So Gertrude has been a great mama. We milked her this all summer, and then all of a sudden at the end of August, she was like, I'm done milking, and she dried herself off. We were like, where's the milk? And there was no milk. So the neighbor that has been awesome and gave us like all this hay and everything, he said he has beef cows. So anyway, so he, after Gertrude dried herself off, he said, well, I have a cow over in the field, milk cow, that we used to milk. We used to keep her up at the house here and milk her, but she's just out there basically having calf swarm out at this point. So he said, why don't you go get her? She's either about to calve or has already calved. So we went over there and got her, and she had a calf that was, we think it was probably about a week old.
Yeah.
When we got her. And so we got her in the calf and brought him home. We've been milking her. She's really good. Her name's Clary. We think she's Holstein Jersey cross. But she's a pretty, we're only milking 2 quarters right now and getting a 1.5 gallons once a day milking out of just 2 quarters. So we're keeping the calf up at night, and then we're letting the calf take care of the front quarters in the morning anyway. So we were borrowing a milk cow, which is kind of funny. Everybody's like, how do you borrow a milk cow? I'm like, we just do it. And then we were talking to him one day, and he was like, look, he told Derek, so I want y'all to keep her and her calf. And we were like, what? You don't have to give us your cow? And he was like, no, she needs to be milked. She's a milk cow. She's a family milk cow. That's what she's made for and meant to be. And he loves our family and wants to bless us, so gave us a milk cow. So we're really excited. So now we have her. We're gonna breed Gertrude back for next year, and then breed her back, and we'll see how everything goes with everybody. And I don't think we didn't talk about the beef heifer, did we?
No, I don't
we
think
have.
so.
He had a beef heifer that was 3 or 4 years old, he said, and she just 4 years old. She just wouldn't breed, wouldn't take. So he obviously, when you're raising cows to have calves and you have one that won't calf, it's waste. And so he told us that she's 100% grass fed. He said, I want to sell her. So we were like, well, we can't buy her right this minute, but Derek can do some work, and we can, if you'll take payments on her, we would love to do it. And so he's like, okay, that's fine, she's yours, don't stress over, I'm not going to sell her to anybody else. So we were like, okay. And so Derek did a little bit of work and stuff for him, but basically one day he just said, she's yours. And we were like, you can't just give your cow to it. I mean, that's crazy. And he was like, no. He said, if I needed money, I'd just sell some stuff. He said, I don't want your money. He said, I want to do this. So we were like, I mean, he has just been amazing.
Yeah.
So it's his family, really, not just him.
Yeah, God has really used his family to bless us. It's like no relationship I've ever had as far as somebody just so kind-hearted.
Yeah, and caring.
And caring.
Yeah. And we care about them equally. I mean, we've really...
They're like family to us.
I mean,
he's taken us in like we're his kids. I mean, it's been crazy. It
is, and they're really sweet. They're very dear to us at this point, and we've tried to do what we can to help them. Derek helped renovate and remodel their bathroom and a few things like that. So we try to do what we can, and then they cut and baled round bales and gave us hay. They're the same ones that gave us square bales back in the spring, and he was 80 round bales.
90 now.
90 round bales.
This morning and told me he had 8 or 10 more to give me.
He said, I got 400 bales of hay. I don't need all that anyways. He said, and Derek said, but you could sell it and make money. He's like, nope, I don't want to sell it. I want y'all to have it. I want, And when we took the cows, we were like, we felt like that's what we were supposed to do. We prayed about it, and we said, well, we didn't know how we were going to feed them all winter, the hay, because we didn't have any hay. We didn't know for sure where we could get hay. We didn't know that we were going to have the money with Derek building his business, to buy hay. And And you know what Derek said? He said, you know what? I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but it'll be there when it needs to be there. The hay will be there, and here it is. We got the hay to get him through the winter.
Yep.
It's just, we've just been blown away by the way God has blessed us this year. We've had a lot of trials and a lot of things happen that have been bad, but that good outweighs the bad.
Absolutely.
A lot of frustrating times and craziness, but overall, it's just like when you step back and you just start listing the blessings and the positive things that have happened, it's like, is this even real? Are we like, this is crazy. This is mind blowing.
My friends are like, what in the world? That's just, and we're like, I know, it's crazy.
My friend the other day, she said to me, she said, it is blowing my mind at how much God is blessing you right now. And I was like, yeah, we've been through a lot of struggles and trials over the years, you know what I mean? And I feel like I told Derek, it's like he's restoring the years the locust has eaten away. And I'm going to turn the camera around for just a second because it's a beautiful view of the river.
Yeah, we just came down to the bottom of the mountain. I haven't been talking much because it has been a bunch of switchback curves.
And Derek gets car sick even driving himself, so he has to focus.
It's ridiculous, yeah. So, and then we're pulling our 29-foot stock trailer too, so
yeah, he kind of needs
trying
to pay close attention, which I appreciate, and the pig I'm sure appreciates.
Yeah, that sign just said fire scene ahead, emergency vehicles, use caution.
Oh, fire scene ahead, emergency vehicles, use caution. Well, they had a wildfire burning over here last week, but I thought that was out. Maybe they just haven't.
Maybe they haven't taken the sign
down.
Yeah,
it's really dry.
It is the portable changeable messaging system.
It's really dry, and we have a complete burn ban in our county right now. Like you can't burn anything, right? They can't even do campfires or anything because it's so dry. They just sent out a burn ban. But hopefully, it looks like we have some rain in the forecast, so it'll be good.
Rain,
yeah,
so bad.
It's finally cooled off to fall weather. It's beautiful right now. The weather the last few days. It's been excessively hot. We were still like in the 90s last week, and we were like, what? It's October in Virginia. It's not supposed to be. We live in the mountains. Why is it so hot? And then it finally cooled off, and the leaves are starting to turn, and it's just, fall is my favorite. I love fall. It's my favorite. I miss fall in Florida. There is no fall in Florida, and so I really, really, really miss it. Really appreciate it even more now.
Yeah.
But we have rambled on and on and on, and if you're still watching, we really appreciate you.
Yes. So
and we appreciate you anyway.
Right. But, and we've got a lot of footage
from the conference.
Already, from the conference, from
cows,
today, from calves, to follow this video.
And our walk-in cooler. We have some footage of building that and working in that, so we'll have to, we'll catch you up on the walk-in cooler. That's a whole thing in and of itself, and that's another awesome blessing. And speaking of our neighbor, there he is, so we will catch y'all later.